do you think there's any chance that Russell Wilson can get back to his 2020 style play where he was, that 40 touchdowns, 30 interceptions, we don't even need that. But is there a chance that Russell Wilson can get back to where he was in his Seattle days? And what do you think Coach Tomlin is thinking when he's making his decision between Russell Wilson and Justin Fields, who now turns it over a little more than Russell Wilson, but is a little more electric and obviously can make plays with his legs?
Well, I think the number one thing in Coach Tomlin's mind is taking care of the football. Don't turn it over. And that's something that Russell is very good at. I think there are probably more concerns about that with Fields. But look, I think they have bigger problems at the quarterback position. That's my opinion. I think that the defense is a pretty solid unit. The offensive line, had a hard time, being consistent there. They lost the tackles, so now they got Jones over there playing right tackle, or Broderick playing right tackle, Dan Jones playing left tackle. I'd say inside, have a rookie center, Frazier, so he's got a way to go. The guards they've had some issues too in the first two preseason games. So, look, I think Arthur Jones is a great fit, for that offense, for what Coach Tomlin wants. They need to get the running game going. They have good backs. They need to get those backs started. Russell's good out of the pocket. He'll be able to, hit those play action passes. I thought the throw he made to Pickens in the game was what Russell Wilson is. He's one of the best downfield throwers in the league. So he put the ball, to Pickens right there on the sideline. He was just out of bounds, but that's the right idea. Those are the plays that Russell makes, down the field there. And I think the offensive line really needs to. This is it right here. It's a great throw, and just barely misses, but he'll hit those, and I wouldn't really worry about that. He'll take care of the ball. I think the biggest thing for Pittsburgh is to get the running game and the offensive line, playing consistently, being able to get a hat on a hat. The inside players being able to get up to the second liner into the second level and get his own run going for Arthur Smith. But, I thought Arthur did a really good job with Atlanta last year with some quarterback, situation there. They didn't have a lot of explosive players on offense. Obviously Robinson's a good back, but, he kept them in a lot of games. They just didn't play well enough at quarterback to have a better record, in my opinion. But I think that Arthur's the good fit. He's a really good coach. I think he'll get a lot out of this team. It may take a little while, and I think the sooner the offensive line can come together and, create some consistent running lanes for the backs so that they're not in long yardage, they can stay on track on first and second down, give Russell a chance to get the ball down the field. I think that's their formula to win. Whether they can do that or not remains to be seen, but I think the problems are bigger than Russell Wilson. I think it's really the offensive line and the running game.
In St. Vincent this year, for the first time, long time, quarterback battle. Let's go to Hammer. Ton Diggs.
Yeah, Coach. I'm not saying Russell Wilson is Mike Tomczak, and I'm not saying Justin Fields is Cordell Stewart, but you could see some similarities there if we were talking about the situation that you went through as well. What do you think about the current quarterback situation there, and what goes into Coach Tomlin's decision? And how did you know when kind of to go with Cordell and maybe a more athletic quarterback who could make plays versus, the old vet who, won't turn the ball over, but, the ceiling isn't as high as it once was?
I think I look at the first two games. The only thing I would just say is I think Russell Wilson, I don't know how totally healthy, how much they really wanted to open up the offense under Arthur Smith. I think Arthur is saving a lot of these things right now. Obviously, the offensive line, Broderick Jones, I think they're trying to pencil him at left tackle. The number one pick gets hurt. He has to go to right tackle. Did not play very well the other day. They have to get that group to work together. But what I saw is this. If I'm Mike Tomlin, you sit there and you look at this situation, has anyone distinguished themselves? Yeah, you see a lot of the flash plays with Justin Fields, but we also see an offense that's trying to also get their feet under the ground. And I think they are going to be wanting to run the football and be a part of that's going to be a major part of what they want to do. But I think with Russell Wilson, you start the season with Russell. And I say it for this reason. Justin Fields, you know what? If he starts as a second guy, have a package of plays. Let Justin, if all of a sudden you need a spark, something to kind of incite you, get your offense going again, put him in. If you have to take Russell out, he's been there before. It's not going to destroy his confidence. I don't want to start Justin Fields and I feel like I have to make a change and I take him out. I would worry about, okay, all of a sudden I didn't live up to the expectation. limit the expectation you put on Justin Fields. Let him be Justin Fields. Let him get to know this offense and get really comfortable with this offense. Hopefully Arthur will have a series of plays because he's still going to be the best runner they have on that offense. So let him use his legs. Let him use all the things that he can bring, the improvisation that he has with the plays that, when things do break down, he can make it up. So I would take the pressure off of Justin, start Russell, and Russell may take it and run with it. But at the same time, I think that's the way you have to enter the season.
I'm excited to see what they do with both quarterbacks, and I'm excited to see if Russell Wilson can get back to form. And if that run game goes, it feels like everything else goes. Everybody's saying the same exact thing. Hopefully, they're able to figure it out in Pittsburgh because that's what Pittsburgh football is.